welcome to the gun shop, and today we're going to be having a look at this, the Benelli SBE3, or the Super Black Eagle 3. Starting with the box, Benelli ABS case, obviously in black because it's the Black Eagle, with your attention 32 gram only for breaking in and warranty, to be fair, because of the inertia driven action. It is a very nice case, and when you open it up, I know this is kind of strange perhaps, but you have move all this plastic out of the way, sorry, a Hessian inner. Yeah, Hessian inner, which actually is really nice. It's kind of Benelli printed potato sacks from the Benelli potato farm. Really cool. So you come with 3 internals and 2 external chokes. Both externals are black. It has Benelli oil in there. It has a warranty registration form and your user's manual, and obviously the 2 main components of the gun. Yeah. So without further ado, let's bolt them together and have a look at what you get. I do like the Hessian. We've had mixed and divided opinions in the shop about it, between them saying, some people saying it's cheap and some it's not. I like it, it's kind of rough and ready, suits the gun. It's a shame they didn't Realtree print it. But anyway, let's put that to one side. Alright, so let's just take it apart. First things you notice when you take it apart is that the front nut is an awesome geometric design that makes absolutely probably no sense to usability apart from you get some sharp edges to get hold of to pull it off. But it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Fore end comes off like any Benelli should. Clips on so thus, and slips over, and slips over. The bolt. Like with all things Benelli, make sure you pull the bolt back ever so slightly before seating the whole thing, because it has those locking lugs on the top. Right, so this is the SBE3 Black Synthetic. Before we go further, there is other options. They are all plastic base. You have the Black Synthetic, you have the Realtree Max 5, you have Mossy Oak Bottomland, and you have Gore Optivated Timber. Obviously, the big sellers are going to be Black Synthetic and the Realtree Max 5, but many patterns are available. So on the back we have the Comfortech 3 pad with that beautiful scale system they seem to put on everything now, and this is the Comtech and Comfortech 3. The Comfortech chevrons here with the flexi top half of the stock that I'm sure you'll know about by now is, I think, something like 12 or 13 years old now. It has been around for a little while. They have upgraded it. Your comb is now deeper, more replaceable, squidgier, softer, which is nice given that this 3.5-inch Magnum action can handle up to something like 63 gram loads, which is going to be quite kicky, as I'm sure you can imagine. So you have reduced facial impact and you have reduced recoil and vibrations through the stock, so you don't get quite the same residual clicky buggery that you did in the old M1. Not that it's particularly comparable at this point. So the Black Synthetic stock has printed checkering and it has a very sharply closed grip actually, but it's nice, it's quite variable. You can choke it, you can put your hand down the back. I take it back, I don't think it's nice. It's not quite full enough. I'm sure when you've got big padded gloves on, however, it feels your hand a bit better, but there is something about it that just doesn't feel quite substantial enough. Or the radius is just ever so slightly wrong for me, obviously for me. The shim kit to join the two, so this is fully optimizable for yourself and fittable to yourself. And like with all things Comfortech, you can pull this off and put another one on, which is nice, and they do set a few different lengths there. I believe if we have a look at it, more than likely it is retrofittable. I don't want to break it out on the first day. It is, there we go. Yeah, you can retrofit the other pads into there, I'm sure, with relative ease, which is nice. Boom, and she's in. So the action is a 2-piece action. It has the new easy loading system, or whatever they call it. Essentially, over the SBE2, they've given you a beveled loading port, so it's a little bit easier to load. They've redesigned the carrier, and I believe the actual carrier latch as well. So the whole system is a not complete redesign, but let's say an improvement on the SBE2. Essentially, loading it is quicker and easier. The whole action is inertia driven, being a Benelli, and as such is immensely reliable. I think there's some of these guns have shot well over 500,000 rounds from the original inertia driven things, which is impressive. Being the 3.5 inch does mean it's a little bit slower to cycle than 3 inch standards, the M2, and can be a little bit more fussy on your lighter loads. However, be conscious of what you put through it, and it's a good idea. However, if you're not going to be shooting a lot of 3.5s, it might be worth contemplating something else. Just like the SBE3 and all the Benellis, press this latch here, the bolt comes back, press this button here, the bolt goes forward. The forend's a little deeper than the SBE3 and you already have that beautiful front nut there. It is a parallel rib with a mid bead in silver and a front bead in red, with an external choke fitted, so you get 2 externals and 3 internals, we already said. The Benelli clip obviously just pops off like that, but it's pretty. Nice point of sale item. What you get on this gun is an overriding sense of mateness. You know, every piece of metal is flat as you like. The rib is extremely filed, so you're not going to get any glare off of that. The stock is rubberized, so you get very little glare off of that. It is a stealthy little gun, and I suppose that's the point. This is aimed and marketed at waterfowlers, wildfowlers, and the like. Very exciting, isn't it? So it is essentially just a black semi-automatic. Yeah, there's a couple of nice design features. I think this beautiful line that runs up the action here looks quite nice, and obviously the front nut is nice, but all Benellis, they always look good. I was not a huge fan of the SBE3. I found them just a bit sloppy, but then I don't shoot a lot of geese, and I don't ever really shoot 3.5 inch magnums. I suppose that was sort of a horses for courses thing, which is why I just prefer the M2. However, it's got such a brilliant market, and if I was to buy a 3.5 inch gun, this would be the one, period. Benelli's reliability is second to none, and that for me in a semi-automatic is most of what I look for. The fact that it does point and swing nicely as well actually is really good. You've got a point of balance straight over the front of the mag port there, where a semi-automatic should balance. Obviously it will change with ammunition in, but it's nice. I do like it. The overall weight isn't massive. This is a 28 inch model, I believe. Yes, a 28 inch model. So, what more could you possibly want, apart from a box of 3.5 inch shells to go and have fun with? Thank you very much for watching. Take care, goodbye, and we'll see you next time. One final note is that we get stiffed in this country because apparently Americans get a 10-year warranty and we don't.